Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Growing Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name's Tom Novak, and today is January 5th of 2023. It's Thursday. It's 34 degrees Fahrenheit or 1 degree Celsius. Today we have Miss Rose. We're going to do some pruning on her because she's growing like a wild and crazy girl here. And we got some seeds from Pat from Florida, and she sent me Poinciana tree seeds from her yard. Now the main trunk on this gets about 9.84 feet tall or 3 meters tall. It has a dense canopy like a fast draining soil or a well draining soil. Now recommendation for the seed is 24-hour soak, or I can use sandpaper to rough up the seed coat so it gets some absorbs the water better, or you can cut the round end of the seed scant. That means real short, so enough so it'll soak in the water without damaging the embryo. But those of you who like a fancy label, I got a gold Sharpie, and you can type the name of Miss Rose on there, but I don't know if you can see the black in there. I use my pencil, and it's a number 2, and I just trace over the lettering because eventually this will wear off when it's outside the marker. But then I also put Miss Rose in pencil on the back, and then with these big markers I like because you can put the date of when you transplanted your, when you repotted your tree or any major work or anything like that there, but mainly for repotting. So you can see how Miss Rose grew. This came from the base. So we don't want that because I want the vigor to go into my branches here. So what I'm going to do is I got an old pair of scissors here because I left everything else in the other part of the basement. I'm going to cut that off. Let's put Miss Rose on the side so you can see everything else. And then with these, I'm just going to take right below the node and cut this piece off. Let me put this down more so you can see. And then we're just going to do cuttings. And yes, she's got thorns already. And this is a softwood cutting. So this, I got me just some of the sun grow mix. And all I'm going to do is just go below the node, cut above here, like that, cut this off, and just stick it in, and we'll see if it grows, if it'll root. Now the softwood cutting should root. A lot of the cuttings I did during the winter time, they didn't make it. But you can always try. You ain't got nothing to lose. You don't make it, what are you going to do? You tried. So, put this one in here. And you can see how long it's stretching to the sun. And this I had dormant in the darker part of the basement, but it still grew because it was reaching for light. So I'm going to stick this in here. Well, that's a little hard going in. You don't want to damage it because it's soft. There. Now we got over here. I'm going to cut it back to here. Cut this here. You can always pull that off. Stick it in. That's hard. There's some clumps in here, but that's all right. I hit like a piece of, I don't know what, but I hit something in there. Probably a piece of wood. And the other one, I'm just going to take with my fingers and snip it. Snip this piece off. So we got it, and there's the node, or the brain. I don't know if you guys ever seen Pinky and the Brain, but that's what it reminds me of. And then just push it in, push it in, push it in, push it in. You want to get good contact in the soil. Just like that. And we're going to take Mr. Elephant, water it in, and then we'll put them on the side and let's see if they grow. You never know. Never know. They might root and they might not. So let's put this on the side here for now. I didn't water it all the way because I don't want it dripping all over the place until we get everything else done. Now with Miss Rose, excuse the mess, that's why I got the sign, bless this mess. So you can see it's still, the main branches didn't come out of dormancy yet. But you can see all the little buds on there. But I don't want all the vigor going into that new growth. It's got to start coming out of this. So what I'm going to do is take Scott's pruners from Let's Do Bonsai. And all I'm going to do is cut the rose back to about a bud over here. And then we're going to cut it back to here. And then this one, I'm going to cut it right. See, because with this bud over here, it's going to grow out this way. And I'm going to take it just below a bud over here. And let's see if it's going to, this way here, it'll give it a chance to take off. And you can see my little fancy pot from Roy. I like it. I can't read the lettering on there, but what are you going to do? I like it because it's fancy. And then this cutting here, I can just stick it into the soil that we have. We can just stuff it in and see if it'll grow, because right now it's sticking to my fingers with the thorns. And we'll give it a shot. I don't know. Maybe it'll grow, maybe it won't. Maybe it'll root, maybe it won't. And yes, I got thorns in my finger. What are you gonna do? That's life. Okay, so let me get this off so if Kevin comes and visits, he don't get a thorn in his foot. Where he's at, I have no idea. He comes and he goes. So, let's get cutting here because I know you guys want to have your early morning cup of coffee or a cup of tea. So what I got here, you can get these at the Dollar Tree. I think they're like 9 to a pack for $1. Well, back then they were $1. These are probably $1.25 now. And I put in some Azus powder. And I'm going to put some water in here for my 24-hour soak. Well, this is just one part of it. Let me get my tag from Miss Rose over here. And put it over here. Like that. Let's get Miss Rose on the side. Okay, here's the seeds from Pat. She wrapped them up real good because it was colder than you wouldn't believe when the seeds came in. So hopefully they're viable. So we'll do an experiment, see what works and what doesn't work, or how fast they germinate. Got a whole batch of seeds. You can see how nice the seeds look, nice and fresh. So I got 3, 6, 7 seeds we'll put in here. Just like that. And we'll give it a little bit of a stir right here to get the Azus into the water. Now, we should do, let's see how many seeds I got. Well, we can always save some because I don't know if it's gonna, what's gonna get growing here. I'm gonna put this cover on here, and it's, right now it's 7 o'clock, so 7 o'clock tomorrow morning I can take them out and pot them. and I'll dump that water in with the planting water. So now we'll take some seeds. Let's see how many I got. I think we can get 3 per cup. And what I'm going to do is they say you can cut the round part of the tip of the seed right here. Let me get this closer for you. And what I'm going to do is just take it right here. Just cut it. And you can see we opened it up. I'm going to do the same to this. Cut it. These seeds are hard like a rock. But I kept them down here to keep them cool. Just like that. And we're just going to cut the rounded part, not the pointy part, it says the rounded part. To have more success, and just cut it scant, see? I'm cutting it just scant like that. Man, these things shoot like you wouldn't believe. And just like that. Just like that. I don't know, we're going to see which works. The 24-hour soak. The tip, this one I cut a little bit too much, but let's see what happens. So then, we're going to take some of Ted's mix. Right here. Okay, Tom, you're all discombobulated here. And we'll put some in there. That's Ted's mix. Look how nice it is. I think it's core. And you can see the lava rock and the perlite in there. And all you do is take a screwdriver, small one of Phillips because it's got the point on there, or an ice pick, and just poke some holes in there. Now this is just an experiment because if they do grow, we can take it out. Poke it in, and the rule of thumb is 2 to 3 times the thickness of the seed you bury it. So we're just going to put it laying down this way. And you can see the back end. Just push it in. Now tomorrow I'll do the other 7. I'll plant them, and then all you do is take your soil and just cover them because they're a thick seed. And we're going to see which grows. Now, like a dump cuff that I am, I should have marked the seed pods first, but what are you going to do? Don't grow old. Tom, what'd you do with the marker? Here it is. So before we water, we're going to put the name of the tree on there. We're going to put today's date, 1/5/23. Poin, like that. Now we're just going to mark it on here. Same thing, 1/5/23. POIN period, and we're going to put cut end. So this is the cut end. We're going to see what germinates faster. Now we're going to put on here cut end, like that. And then these, I'm going to put the same thing, our date on there, 1/5/23 point, and we're going to put sand paper like that, just like that. Are you going to say, Tom, this is boring? Yeah, what are you going to do? This is just to show you what I'm doing and how our experiment is. Just to see what will help the tree germinate faster. So now, let's take out 6 seeds. 4, 5, 6. I'm going to save these for a spring sowing and see what happens. And I'm going to wrap it back up in here to keep them nice and snug as a bug in a rug so they don't get wet. And then these seeds, let's see so you can see. Let me put it back down, just like that. And we're just going to take, I'm going to take it, this is a 120 grit sandpaper, and just rub it back and forth. You want to rough up that coat of the seed. And just try to get a lot of, you want it to get porous. You want to scratch up that surface. Just like that. So we got one there. And just rub the living daylights out of it. Because this is a hard seed. It's like rubbing a rock on a piece of sandpaper. Now, you know, I talk a lot about ironwood tools, but you get a 10% discount if you type my last name into the code box before you place your order, NOWAK, and you get 10% off your order. You're going to say, Tom, you get paid for doing this. No, I don't. I buy my tools just like you, but I pass on everything to you. I don't want to get paid for it. I want you to get your discount. I mean, give it a shot. If you like the tool, the ratcheting pruners, you get 10% off. I think they're like 35 bucks. And you get 10% off, so what is that, like $3.50 off? So that's not bad at all. And you get a lifetime warranty, or guarantee, not warranty, guarantee. I should have roughed them up before. Let's flip it over. You just want to scratch the surface of the seed to rough it up so it can absorb water. Now, if you don't want to do it, give it to your kids. Let them scratch away on it. They'll love doing that. Okay, so let's take our cup and put some of our Ted's Cactus mix in here. I like this mix. It's a fast drainer. And I got to sharpen these scissors. These are my root pruning scissors, you know, on the light roots. And what's your measuring cup? I got these at Walmart, this measuring cup. Nice and handy. Good handle on it. Same thing with this one. So now we're going to take our seeds and put 3 in each pot. Just like that. Place it in. Randomly place it in. And what you do when you sow seeds, I mean, if you want to keep all 3, that's good, but you can take the strongest one and let that one grow and just cut the other ones off at the soil line. Either way, that's all you do. And then we'll just push it in, just like that, nice and firm. You need a good contact with this. The seed's got to have a good contact with the soil. It's got good drainage here. There, just like that. I mean, you can give it a try. Let me get this stem out of the way. So good old Kevin don't come. He's around here someplace. He was up here going through everything this morning. He's a character. So I'm going to take Mr. Elephant now. Now Ted's soil's pretty good, so you don't have to... Let me get my scissors out of here. You don't have to... I don't have to mist it. Just like that. Just like that. And let it soak in good. We're going to get these, keep them good and wet. Good and moist. And we'll see if they grow. Now my other seeds I got from Scott, they're also flame tree. They still haven't sprouted yet. They take a long time, some of them. Now say you don't have a sharpening stone, you can always take your shears and just rub it against the sandpaper like that. Just sharpen them up a little bit. But I like to use, or you can get a stone or a file, and all you do is go lightly across the top. Lightly, let the gravity do the work. So, today's Thursday. Let's hope our experiment works. And it's book night. Now, you want to start the season off healthy. I recommend these two books by by Norman Walker. This one's a very good book. And this one for diet and salads, very good, very good. This one, if you got an ailment, let's see where it's at. For ailments, like for allergies and stuff, he gives you the number. The ones in bold is the main ones you're supposed to drink and make, and then he gives you how to make them right here. All the detailed descriptions, what to put in. For arthritis, I'm doing that, see if I can control that, blood pressure, everything. It's a good book. And he tells you what each of the vegetables do for you. And what to cook and what not. You know, if you like spinach, you're supposed to eat it raw, because he says for some reason if you cook it, it doesn't give you the right nutrients. It goes like... I don't know, you don't absorb the nutrients out of it. But those are two good books. So read a book tonight, get a nice hot cup of tea going. I'm going to catch up on some videos. I know I got a lot of videos to catch up on, so we're going to see what's going to grow and what's not going to grow. Here's Miss Rose. See how she does. I probably should have put her this way, but once it gets good growing season, then we can repot her and see how everything is, because she has just a little bit of roots growing from the bottom. And Tom, you're making a mess. Well, Kevin don't make the mess I do. Take care, everybody. Short video. Oh, long video. Holy cow, I'm driving you guys nuts here. Okay, take care. Cup of tea.